Okay, did you end up sharing? How believable was the other person? Unbelievable. Some of you are like, oh, I don't know. I didn't even know what they wanted, right? Do you have your dream life down? Was it convincing? Did it inspire you to think, man, maybe I need to dream a little more, right? Because I promise you, no matter how big you think your dream is, no matter how big you think you're dreaming, you're going to find out how little you can really dream, and you put your barriers around you. Because until you experience it or get close enough to experience it in life, it's impossible to really understand that I can actually do that. That's what unleashing the human potential is about. And you know what? It's okay. I give you permission today to dream as big as you can dream and go after it. And when you set your goals and you go after that, and I'll talk about that in just a minute, once you achieve that, you'll reset it again. And you'll reset it again. And it'll get bigger each time. And it'll change. And one day you'll go, wow. And somebody will look at you and go, you're the most amazing person. And you'll think, I came step by step by step, and I was there. My first dream thing, the first time I did this when I was doing my dream life, it was to make $1,000 for every year old I was. Okay, I was 21. And I'm thinking, okay, I came from a family that didn't have much, and I thought, if I can make $1,000 for every year old, by the time I'm 40, I'll make $40,000 a year. That's big money. My dad had never made that in the military, right? How little was my barrier, right? My barriers were tiny. And I remember the first time I made 6 figures in a year, I thought, I've made it, right? And I was sitting there and I was listening to a speaker talk about making $1 million in a year. That's kind of cool. I can add some zeros. And so I remember the first time I did it and how excited I was, and I thought, I've arrived, right? I made $1 million in a year. And I was sitting in the seminar feeling pretty good about myself, thinking I was pretty successful, and dang it, Robert Allen, he sat down and he said, you know, one day I decided I wanted to make $1 million in one day. And I sit there and I went, Then I started thinking, was that possible?
Of course.
Of course it is. So I went to work, and I can still remember the day I sold some stock and made $2 million in one day. And I thought, that's why you ride off the backs of people like Fred Cooper. That's what I did, man. That's a smart dude, I'm just gonna hang out with him, right? But I still remember thinking back on, wow, if you would have told me at 21 that I could make $2 million in one day, I would have laughed at you. Okay? I'm a farm kid from West Layton, Utah, and I'd look at you and go, you're nuts, right? But now experiences are fun. It's become a game. And if you will unlock this and allow this to work with you, with your leaders inspiring you, you can become unstoppable. There is no limit. I remember at the other U company, we used to think that the leaders all believed there was this $500,000 ceiling. For years, there was this fake $500,000 ceiling. I promise you. And they'd all sit around. There's no way we can make more. There's no way. It's impossible. It's impossible. And then all of a sudden, one lady from China busted through it. And when she busted through it, all of a sudden, all the other leaders were like, oh. And you know, within a year, we had a bunch of them busting past that $500,000. Okay? The possibility is just you need someone to help you with that vision. Yes. And that's where you want to work as teams. That's where you want to work of how can your dream life, how can RX play a role in that? Right. Well, it's as much you contributing to the team as it is the team contributing back to you. And you'll find that that will give back to you if you will be 100% committed to this. All right? Some of you, I'm just going to be real blunt, you're not committed. You say you are, you put your suits on, you look good, you come in here, but you're not really committed yet. Because if you were really committed, I'd see you walking across the stage with your title advancements, I'd see you walking across with your income every time we came. Right? That's where you get the excitement. That's where you get the momentum. That's where you get the excitement of what life's all about. Can I go to the next slide? Okay. Now we have something that's crazy. It's called the Founders Club. And so your leaders asked me to talk a little bit about what's different with ours. Well, I could spend hours talking about all the differences. Like our Bill of Rights, first of all. There is nothing like that in the industry. Just like our comp plan is unique, our Bill of Rights is so unique and challenges the other companies to step up in so many ways, it just blows their mind. It frustrates them, quite frankly. I'm the president of the DSMA, which is the Direct Sales Management Association. It's all the companies in Utah. And it's so funny because this topic has come up several times. And they're all skeptical because they don't believe that we can have such a relationship with our field that doesn't control our field. And I just laugh at them and I think, you know what? You really think you're controlling your field. The reality is they're pissed at you because they feel that control. No one likes to have the hand on them holding them down, do they? You imagine going in and locking the door behind you and saying, hey, thank you, you're here, you can't leave because contractually I have locked you up.
Volunteers.
That is what we've created. We have created a revolution in the industry, and it is changing the industry, and you are part of that leading group that is doing it, whether you realize it or not with the Bill of Rights. It is that different. Okay? I promise you. Look at it. Challenge it. Use it in your marketing. Use it when you're talking to people. I know that leaders do all the time. They'll say, oh yeah? Well, does your company have a clause like this? Does your company have a clause like this? Oh, does your company say they can change the rules anytime they want on you? Okay. Can they terminate you anytime they want? Can they leave the direct sales channel anytime they want?
Oh, yes, they can.
Right? RX can't. So go through and use those. It's not marketing fluff. It is actual contractual agreements that we have with you stating how we want this legacy business to continue and how we want to evolve the industry. And one of those is the Founders Club. Now, the reason I'm talking about the Founders Club is because I want you to dream big a little bit. All right? And when I'm talking about dreaming big, quite frankly, I'm going to be real honest. Most of you will never see this. And the reason you'll never see it is because you don't believe in yourself enough yet. The reality is, every one of you could achieve it if you wanted. That's what's so cool about it. All right? The Founders Club is set for each of you to have that opportunity. And I was going to play the video, but you know what? Should we play the video? Yeah, let's go ahead and play the video. Right there. As the industry leader in innovation, RX has broken new ground time and again to improve the reputation of the direct selling industry and enrich the lives of our representatives. The RX Founders Club is beyond innovation. It will forever change who is at the top of multi-level marketing.
This prestigious invitation is your chance to become more than an RX leader. You'll be an industry icon because of your unprecedented rights and powers. As the backbone and the face of RX in your country, bringing so many to this organization, sharing your talents and unleashing the human potential for good, you will have a seat at the RX executive table.
You will bridge the gap between the company and the field and shape the future of RX in matters such as policy changes, promotions, product pricing, and compensation plan modifications. More than that, you'll serve as an advocate and an intermediary for our representatives in your country, with the power to help make critical decisions.
You will even have the ability to overturn representative terminations. This serves as a check and balance measure, preventing RX from being the sole judge and jury. If you read the fine print in other MLM companies' representative agreements, you'll see that the company wins every time.
In other companies, if you achieve a high level of success, they are financially motivated to be a vigilant prosecutor to find a way to terminate your contract, keeping your sales organization and your commissions for their profit while leaving you nothing.
RX's compensation plan is designed so that we do not financially benefit from the termination of any of our representatives.
In fact, the RX Founders Club and Bill of Rights give power back to the field. If a top representative in your market is terminated based on a contractual violation, they have the right to appeal to the Founders Club members for a balanced reevaluation to possibly overturn the decision.
The ultimate compensation in the RX Founders Club is sharing in your market's profits, your reward for being so instrumental in our success.
We offer the RX Founders Club members a 50-50 split of the profits after the first 10% of sales. Not only is this unprecedented in the multi-level marketing industry, it's unheard of in any industry.
Your share of the profits isn't measured in months or years. Your profits extend beyond a lifetime and can be passed on to your family. You will literally be able to pass the benefits of your hard work on through generations.
The invitation to join the RX Founders Club comes by unanimous vote from all of the RX founders based on 5 criteria, whose requirements are as important as their order: personal character, contractual compliance, leadership, field reputation, and earnings.
Great personal character is the most important of all. Over the years that we work with you, your character will manifest itself, especially in difficult situations. Members of the Founders Club are exemplary representatives that we can easily work with, who can see issues from both corporate side and the field side.
The third is leadership, which refers to how you've grown your business and how you've created a network of successful representatives beneath you. We don't want someone whose business has grown because they got lucky by finding more successful representatives. We want someone who knows how to lead people to the next level.
Next is reputation, which is how well you are respected among your peers in the field. Your reputation is more than being esteemed. It means that your name in the community is highly regarded.
The final requirement, earnings. Earnings for RX Founders Club members represent such a large part of their market that it proves their leadership influences the field. You've led so many into RX that you have brought about our success. And you are invited to share in the profits you substantially helped create.
Your call to the RX Founders Club is the pinnacle of what can be achieved in the direct selling industry. The perfect balance of being a representative with the privileges of a founder.
A new day has begun in multi-level marketing, and it all culminates at the RX Founders Club. We're saving a seat for you.
All right. I share that with you today because I want you to dream. I want you to see what's possible. And maybe in your life right now today you say, well, I just need to get to the point where I've got a great income before I even worry about this. Here's the thing. There is no limit. Unleashing your human potential is going to allow you to go as far as you want within this company. It'll be up to you to choose how far you go. And you know, a lot of people, when we were first presenting this, would say, well, okay, you know, it sounds great, but how many founders do you have today? And for the first few years, we said none, because we wanted to make sure that as we interacted with them, we worked with them, that they met that criteria before we help invite them into this. And so just to show you today, some of you may not know this, but we have 15. So we have L.Ac and Lynn and Luce and John and Tim and Laura, Duke and, wow, Duke. Stand up, you got a founder right here. You all knew that already, right? Okay? But we have another founder right here, Steve Schwartz, right? Okay, who else do we have? Miss Cho, Amy, Winnie, and Tony, Duncan, Taiga, Camino, Miss Proa, and Manchin. Okay? 15 right now in the first 3 years. Now, will we add more? Yeah. I want to know who's next. Who's next? The opportunity is there. It really is. And we have these discussions all the time about who's going to be the next founder and in which markets as they grow and as we expand and as we develop and you help us grow a market. Because see, this wasn't a one-time thing when we first started. This is an ongoing program that we will continue to invite founders in as they create a substantial business within their country and or countries, because you can be a founder in multiple countries as well as you help them develop, and you're part of that. So it's based on, and this is the key, it's based on your actions. I want you to think about that. It really is based on your actions to take each day, each month, each year, the things you do. The purpose we started this was, we watched companies in our industry and the owners become incredibly wealthy, because they can be very wealthy in these businesses, right? We've all seen them. And they're on their yachts, they're flying around on their private planes, their homes all over the world, and they're saying, go work harder, Sergio. Go work harder, right, Brian? And you're going, wait a minute, I am working harder. And you're off on your boat, your yacht, whatever, and I've built a big business here. Exactly. Right? So what we decided was, isn't it fair to share with those families, just like we would imagine, the Wilson family, the Cooper family, the Latson family, the Timmer family, the Yates family, the Chandler family, the Zhang family? Absolutely. We believe that we owe that as a moral obligation to share. And why not be abundant-minded? That's what this is all about. So I want you to see that. Even if you can't believe that maybe your picture's up there yet, I want you to see the opportunity of what we've designed the company to become. Because maybe you won't see it, but maybe your children will see it. Or your grandchildren will see it. And they'll step up and say, you know what, I'm going to take this to a whole new level and I'm going to become a founder. That's the opportunity ongoing. All right? Next slide. Now, I have one more video I want to share with you to help you from a mindset standpoint. Because sometimes we think we get it, we think we understand it, and when I was shared this video the other day, it really inspired me as that whole shift from the employee mindset to the entrepreneur mindset. But more importantly, I've told you for years there are two traits to a successful leader. Who knows what they are? Tenacity, and what else? And consistency. Consistency and tenacity. If you will write those down and remember that, those are the two traits of every leader. They have different styles, personalities, passions, everything, but the two things that I've always found in common are tenacity and consistency in their business. Now let's roll this next video if we could, Vern. Just scroll on there.
Make a choice, right? You just decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide. And then from that point, the universe is going to get out your way. It's water. It wants to move and go around stuff, you know.
When a seed is planted in the ground, all you can do is water it. You cannot control the sunshine, you cannot control the weather, and you cannot control whether the locusts will come and try and destroy it. All you can do is plant your seed in the ground, water it, and believe. That is what allowed me to be in this position right now. I would not stop believing.
I wrote myself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, and I gave myself 3 years maybe. And I dated it Thanksgiving 1995. And I put it in my wallet and I kept it there, and it deteriorated and stuff. And just before Thanksgiving 1995, I found out that I was going to make $10 million on, I think it was Dumb and Dumber. Maybe.
Dumb and Dumber, yeah.
Because only about 1% of people have the ability to really take risks, entrepreneurial risks. 99% of the population can work for a business once it's established. Only 1% have the courage and the ability to actually make the entrepreneurial breakthroughs that create those jobs.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you want to be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
People say you have to have a lot of passion for what you're doing, and it's totally true. And the reason is because it's so hard that if you don't, any rational person would give up. It's really hard, and you have to do it over a sustained period of time. So if you don't love it, if you're not having fun doing it, and you don't really love it, you're going to give up. And that's what happens to most people, actually. If you really look at the ones that ended up, being successful, unquote, in the eyes of society, and the ones that didn't, oftentimes it's the ones that are successful love what they did so they could persevere when it got really tough. And the ones that didn't love it quit because they're sane. Right? Who would want to put up with this stuff if you don't love it? So it's a lot of hard work, and it's a lot of worrying constantly. And if you don't love it, you're going to fail. So you got to love it. You got to have passion.
Just don't take no for an answer. And I think if you believe in what you're doing, many people will tell you, why you're mistaken, why it'll never work. But if you really believe passionately in what you're doing, just keep going, keep pushing on until you either succeed or at least you realize that it's just not going to happen.
You have to just love what you do. If you don't love what you do, it's never ever going to work. I've seen hundreds of examples that if you don't love it, it's never going to work. And beyond loving it, you have to work hard. I mean, you really have to just go at and just never quit, never give up. I've seen so many people over the years, smart people, very good people, they quit, they give up.
Well, Lauren falling down gets up quickly, but that's going to cost her. Lucky she wasn't injured. Her teammate just went to the front, though, so they may be able to recover from that. Dornan is flying down the backstretch. She is going to catch Von Dorn, and she may catch the leader. Wow. She's got 5. This is a gutsy outcome. Von Dorn. She's moving it forward. Dornan coming down his truck to the outside. Dornan coming out strong. That is amazing. To fall at a 600, I mean, this is basically a sprint. This is an extended 400, basically. To fall with 200 meters to go and get up and win, that is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay. Wow. See, so much of this business is up here. It's a head game. And you're playing it all the time. And people are messing with you all the time. Parents are crying because you're making this decision, right? Friends are laughing at you. People are scoffing at you. I've been there. I can tell you story after story about people making fun of me. But actually, they motivate me and drive me. Some of you, I've told my uncle's story. My uncle had a very successful uncle, just real quick. And I remember the first time I told him I was involved in network marketing, and he said, and I was all proud, I was excited, I was going up to Idaho, and he said, Mark, I'd be proud of you if you were actually going to work for a legitimate company. And I went, oh, and this is an uncle I really looked up to because he was very successful. And I thought, crap, But then the anger came. And I came with the determination of, I'm going to prove you right. And actually, I appreciate him so much because he drove me. Because every time I wanted to quit, every time I started doubting, I started to look and think of him. And my payday did come years later. I'd gotten over it, but I didn't realize it was still there until one day he walked into my home. And he was visiting my dad, who lives with me. And he was walking around, and we were kind of following him, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, okay, because we've shown the home off a few times. And he was looking around, and I all of a sudden noticed my uncle looking around, and he goes, wow, you've actually done okay. And it was only that little bit.
And I turned to my wife and I smiled and she said, don't say it. But it let me know that actually I thanked him because he inspired me. Because I fed off of that doubt, that negative piece. Now be careful, because if you surround yourself with that, it's going to consume you. So hang out with people who are positive, who are supportive, who love you and want you to be successful. And people who don't, even if they think they're trying to protect you, you need to stay away from them as much as you can, especially until you get strong enough and successful enough that you can go back and show them what an amazing human being you have become and developed into through this amazing company. Okay? Because it will do that if you will allow it. If you will work it, if you will have that tenacity, that passion, that expertise. All right? Now, before I bring Fred up, I had one more assignment that I was asked to do, and that was to go through, oh, I have one more thing, and I'm glad Fred's up here. Let's click to the next slide. We had a contest. We had a Slenderize contest, and we actually have a winner that is here today. They are the first place winner in the lean and mean category. They won $1,000 plus $300 worth of product, and all of the ladies, so I'll tip you a little bit, in the office couldn't stop looking at this picture. So let's look at this picture and then have this winner come up. One more picture. Dude, come on up, man. Congratulations. Fred, you want to come up? Wow. Come on, let's give him applause. Woo. Now, would the rest of you that participated please come up? Please come up, because I want to give you all an applause. Come on up, everybody who participated. Because I have to tell you, while you're coming up, it was so difficult. Now, while the ladies were looking at this body and ogling a little bit, or a lot, maybe, you may be a poster now around the company, I don't know. Several of you also may be a poster. If you see your picture come up as a poster somewhere, I had nothing to do with it, all right? We may have a calendar in the making, you're right. So, come on up. I want you all to look at these amazing individuals. And I'm going to do something really quick. Line up the best you can. So fan out there just a little bit, fan out there. Start the mic right over here, and I want you really quick, in fact, I'll just hold it. I want you to tell everybody your results. So how much weight, inches, whatever you want, just real quick.
2 months I lost 15 pounds. 18 pounds.
4 pounds. 12.
15.
16.
12. 23. 23. 12 pounds.
Lost 20, gained 15 pounds of muscle.
Details.
No one believed you lost 10 pounds, by the way.
24.8 pounds. 15 pounds.
18 pounds.
My first 3 weeks, 22 pounds.
Woo!
3% body.
14 pounds.
43 pounds in 48 days.
15 pounds. 20 pounds.
Nice.
15 pounds.
15 pounds.
35 pounds. 10% body fat. And about 10 pounds of muscle. 14 pounds.
20 pounds and 8% body fat.
30 pounds.
Come on, man, give it up. Hey, I think you were in here too.
25 pounds.
25 pounds. All right, let's give them one more applause. Thank you so much. All right, while they're taking their seats back, I want you to think about something. And you say this is difficult? Look at these walking billboards. Look at these individuals who have had results, who can speak, and you can say, I witnessed it. And if you'd have had a guest here today, they would have seen this. And if you are a guest, you're crazy not to be involved, right? It works. That's just one brand. That's just one brand that RX offers. So the opportunity is limitless. It is incredible. You see this, okay? Congratulations again, Duke. And by the way, it was so close. Several of you, you're going to receive honorable mention because it was amazing. All right? Okay. Next slide, if we could. Nope, you're all right. We go one more. Now, I was asked to talk about maybe a hint of the future, all right? So I'm not going to say too much about why air pollution may be killing everybody around the world. In fact, 4 million people a year die from this, or some incredible 11-stage filter system that may be available sometime in the future. You're going to have to come to a regional to find out about it, I guess. Now, there may be some other things with compensation plan enhancements, but we're going to click through that really quick, too, because you're going to have to come to the regional convention. All right? What I'm going to ask you is, what are you doing to build your business today? Because if you wait till June, you've missed out on this incredible opportunity of being here and growing your business between now and then. Fred was just here a little over a month ago, was it? 2 months ago, and you saw the title advancements. What I want to know is how many of you in this room are going to walk across the stage at our June regional with a new title advancement. Stand up if you're brave enough to be seen. All right, now that's what I like. Come on, folks. Okay, those of you that are a little nervous to stand up, I understand. But as these people start advancing and title advancing, what I'm going to ask you to do is support them. So if you're not ready to stand up, then support the individuals who are standing up. They need your support. That's what teams do, and help each other, okay? So that's the key of what we're doing as we're moving through. There is Slenderize as a business. There is Purity as a business we've talked about. Look at the RX brands that you have. You remember when Duke said, well, when they started, they had 4 vitamins. It's true, we did. Steve teased me for months about Mark and Fred and a couple of vitamins. It doesn't work, right? And we were laughing, saying, just give us a little time. And now we've launched brand after brand, and you'll see new brands even launched at our regional if you come and learn. If you miss out on that, then it's going to be your loss. I promise you there's some incredible announcements that'll be there. Who said this? RX will be the next A company. I got some wand for you, but... Just kidding. Did you see his face? Hey, why did he go by me? All right. Dr. Fred Cooper said we will be the next A company. Why did he say that?
Because A starts with, my name is Armando, so it's A company.
Tell everybody that. What was it?
Adix is the next A company because, my name is Armando, it starts with an A, so it's...
That's worth 10 Hong Kong bucks, I guess. All right. Who knows why it's the next A company? I'm going to go back here to the back, and we'll give somebody a chance right here.
Because the two major companies are Amway and Avon, and we want to be the next one.
Nice. Okay. Hey, you know what? That's worth American currency. There you go. All right. Did you know that answer? Do you want to add to it?
We're going to beat both of them.
Love it. Okay, I've got a little ring for you. There you go. Got the infinite possibilities, right?
We're doing different things.
Here, when you find you a girl, you give her that. All right? All right. RX is going to be the next A company. It is not an if, it's when. And when will be determined based on your help and the tens of thousands of representatives we have around the world. Because we are committed. We are focused on this. We are not going to give up. It is going to be, you've already seen the trend. Last year we did over $73 million in our 3rd year, finishing that out. We're well over $2 million a week right now and growing. It is continuing to expand. We'll continue to expand into other markets. We'll continue to add brands. We're going to continue to bring on new great teams. And you see new teams here joining all the time. That's the future of where we're going as this company. We're just infants. We're just getting started. 3 years old is nothing. Most don't even hit their stride till 4, 5, 10 years into it. And we're already on pace to outpace them all. That's what it's all about. In conclusion, I just want you to think about some action items, all right? First of all, I want you to make sure that you establish your dream life story. You create or expand your dream list that you have. If you don't have a dream list, see me after. And your annual goals that are your roadmap. And then being willing 100% to go and do whatever it takes to accomplish those. It's tenacity and consistency that will make the difference in your life. And I promise you, it will be worth the journey. Don't believe me? Go ask some of these leaders. And in just 3 short years, the lifestyle they're starting to live, and it's just a glimpse of what the future is going to be like for them and for you and the possibilities. That's what the RX difference is. That's unleashing the human potential for good. Thank you for that. All right? Now, it's my pleasure to bring up, or do you want to bring them up? Okay. I'm going to bring up, because I get one last dig. All right, no, just kidding. Fred and I have known each other for a long time. One day, I am going to do a slideshow on the different ways Fred Cooper has fallen asleep, okay? Because this guy can fall asleep anywhere, at any time, on demand, okay? And I have been literally driving in a car, and he would be in the back seat and talking, and the next thing I know, he is sleeping, cuddled up in the fetal position. And I'm like, Fred, how did you do that? Now, I know I'm not that boring. Maybe I am, but we've been scuba diving on the boat, in the middle of the boat. Everybody's walking around him as he's asleep, okay? I've been hunting with him. He's been asleep. We laid pheasants all around him. He didn't wake up, right? But he is an amazing individual and a good friend, and I'll tell you what, you won't find anybody, in all seriousness, that work harder for you than him. He may be wicked smart, and I like to play games as long as they have a chance element to it, because otherwise it's no fun, right? Unless it's a team board game, if you play Risk, I give you my lesson, you just team up on him, and everybody attacks Fred. And if not, he's going to beat you, right? So this smart, this intelligent, this individual that at times is very intimidating because he's loud, he's gregarious, he's confident, but he also is the most loving and kind human being that is fair as the day is long. I have deals with him, business dealings, that are on a handshake in the tune of millions of dollars, and I've never worried. I trust him. If there was anyone that I would give anything to and just trust based on his word, it's Dr. Fred Cooper. It's that kind of trust. And I'll tell you, I can't even say that about some of my family, sadly, okay? But I can say that about him because I know him, I've experienced with him, we've been in the trenches together. It's been ugly, we've had our fights like brothers, we've done all kinds of things all around the world, having experiences. I've seen him at play, I've seen him at home with his family. He is a father of 4 great boys. I've seen him commit time to them and effort after a long day, after flying all night and then landing and then spending, and they think that he is totally focused on them and they're the most important person on the planet. And he does that for you because he cares and he really wants you to be successful. He digs the entrepreneurial spirit. He digs seeing you be successful. And really the reason we're here away from our families, and just to give you a little commitment, do you realize that his family was supposed to be leaving on spring break vacation right now, and he's here today, and then he's going to fly home and leave first thing in the morning with them, so they postponed just a little bit to be here with you so that he could share with you today. So let's give a big warm welcome to our founder and CEO, Dr. Fred Cooper.
Bull crap. You know I was going to rip him on those socks. I had so many things done, and somebody gives you an introduction like that, how do you say anything bad? You have to just say, I love you, Mark, thanks. But you know, we are so different, I gotta tell you. He's got all these people standing up here losing weight, right? So here's Mark. let's give them the attention they deserve. Here, please, tell us how much weight. Okay, I thought totally opposite. Totally opposite on this whole slenderized weight loss contest. Where else? Only in America. I gotta say, where else could you ever be involved in a company where some man like this, who, by the way, got honorable mention, and you want something even worse, I'll tell you just to make you feel bad? You were 4th. And you only win 3 places. Oh! But where else but America could you have a man have him send you a sexy picture of his wife and say, "What do you think, Cooper?" I love you, Jane. I love slenderized. Girls all the time send me a picture. Here's my before and some of those. Oh. Keep it. But summer after, I'm like, oh. So ladies, if you have anything you want an assessment of how well you look, how it's working for you, feel free, I am a doctor. The videos. Okay, I want to start out on even videos. Okay, you remember Mark's video, right? This is Mark's video.
Choice, right? You just decide what it's going to be, who you're going to be, how you're going to do it. Just decide. And then from that point, the universe is going to get out your way. It's water. It wants to move and go around stuff, you know.
When a seed is planted in the ground,
and you listen
all you can do is water it. You cannot control the sunshine, you cannot control the weather, and you cannot control what the locusts will come and try and destroy it all.
You remember the emotion you felt, right? Yes. Okay, mine's starting total different. My talk is totally the opposite. Today I'm here to make fun of stupid people. And I am going to start out with my favorite video. For some of you who have been around, you've seen it. If you haven't, I'm telling you, this video cracks me up, and I watch it, at least once every quarter. And it never gets old. All right? Check out my favorite video. This is network marketing.
I have decided that my job sucks, the economy sucks, and the only way things are going to get better is if I do something about it.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to build a network marketing business.
What is network marketing?
A network marketing company allows you to build your own business by creating a group of distributors and customers that consume the products sold by the company.
That sounds like one of those pyramid things.
What do you mean by pyramid things?
One of those things where the only people that make lots of money are the people at the top.
You mean like the company you work for?
But don't you have to get in early to make any money?
Actually, in a good network marketing company, you can make more money than the people above you if you are more productive.
Are you sure it isn't a pyramid scheme?
Yes.
How are you so sure?
A pyramid scheme is where you make all of your money by recruiting others and there is no product or service being exchanged.
It still sounds like a pyramid scheme.
In a legitimate network marketing company, you make most or all of your money from people using the products.
It still sounds like a pyramid scheme.
In what way?
Because when you draw it out, it looks like a pyramid.
How is that relevant?
It just seems like a pyramid scheme.
If you were to draw out the organization chart of the company you work for, what shape would it be?
A pyramid.
If you were to draw out the organization chart of the church you go to, what shape would it be?
A pyramid.
If you were to draw out the organization chart of the Girl Scouts, what shape would it be?
A pyramid.
Are you understanding my point?
Yes. I had no idea there were so many pyramid schemes out there. Do you really think you can make money with your pyramid scheme?
According to the U.S. Department of Labor and the Direct Selling Association, with the same time and effort, I'm 5 times more likely to earn over $100,000 in network marketing than in my life-sucking job.
Yes, I hate my job too. That is why I play the lotto every day after work. 16, 22, 84, baby.
Maybe you should start your own business also instead of completely leaving your future to chance.
I have heard people say negative things about network marketing.
Like who?
Like my brother-in-law.
Is he wealthy?
No.
Does he own his own business?
No.
Would you consider him a credible expert on the subject?
No.
Would you consider him a credible expert on any subject?
Not really. But why do some people say network marketing doesn't work?
For the same reason that some people think our government's social security program is sustainable, total ignorance.
Are there any credible experts that support network marketing?
Have you heard of Robert Kiyosaki, the author of one of the top-selling financial books of all time?
No.
He is a big supporter of network marketing. He calls it the perfect business. Have you heard of Donald Trump?
Yes, he has funny hair.
He is also a big supporter of network marketing. Have you heard of Warren Buffett, the most successful investor of all time?
No.
He is also a supporter of network marketing.
And you think these people are more credible experts than my brother-in-law?
Yes.
I still think it sounds like a pyramid scheme.
Are you kidding me? Have you been listening to anything that I have said?
Yes, but I still think it is a pyramid scheme.
Can you please explain your argument?
I just think it is a pyramid scheme.
I think I'm going to leave now.
Wait, aren't you going to try to recruit me?
No.
Why not?
I thought you said it was a pyramid scheme.
I did, but I think I want to join now.
I would rather shove thumbtacks into my eyes and walk into traffic than have an incompetent moron like you on my feet.
Oh. Okay. Talk to you later then.
Not likely.
Oh my gosh, it cracks me up every time I see it. So I walk into this morning, I go to take my luggage out to the car, and there's all these beautiful cars sitting around, right? Sam's out, where's Sam? He's out there taking pictures of the cars. And all of a sudden I see some guy walking out, and he's there with his wife. He's about, I don't know, 45, 50 years old. You can see he is just lusting after all these cars. And he is just looking like, wow, look how great these cars look. Who's here? What event's going on? Who's all these great people? And as I walked by, I said, yeah, it must be nice to be young and rich, right? And he kind of laughs, yeah, and walked off. And I remember thinking as I looked at him, dude, you're 45, 50 years old and you're looking at somebody else's car.
Right.
Don't you ever stop to look at yourself and say, maybe what I'm doing isn't working?
Right.
Maybe where I'm at in my life didn't work where I was, and I should try something different. Nothing is so strange to me as to keep trying the same stupid thing that's not working. Right? I coach my little kids' basketball team. We're getting slaughtered. It's not my fault. Right? They suck. And no matter how much I yell at them, and no matter how much I scream at them and tell them, Quinn, you gotta defend him, push him down, knock him down. We're getting killed. So at halftime, I come up, okay, this is obvious, we're gonna get whooped. You know what I think I'll do? I think I'll keep doing it more. No, you'd all look at me and say, that's crazy. Why do you keep looking at it? I said, well, because if we keep doing what we're going to do, we're going to get the same results. We're going to be slaughtered. So instead of doing what we were doing on our man-to-man, we switched to a zone on a double press because they only had one player that could shoot. So you know what I told my team? See that kid? I only know his number. Number 14, he sucks. He can't shoot. He couldn't hit the broadside of the barn if he wanted to. Let him shoot. Let him shoot. They go back out on the court. 14 goes to shoot. The guy covers him. What do? I take the man who's covering him and I bench him. Evidently you can't listen. I want 14 shooting. Okay. And I want 23 shooting and I want 5 shooting. I only want one person who can't shoot. That's number 3. He cannot shoot. Okay. Literally, the second half of the game, it was 5-on-1. There was this little kid, 14, he couldn't shoot. I'm telling you, he couldn't hit the barn. He couldn't hit the ground. He gets the ball. He gets the ball. He's so used to being covered. He's wide open. My defender goes like this. The kid's standing there going, I've never seen this before. I'm open. And I'm not kidding you, he shoots like this. The ball didn't come within 7 feet of the rim. We rebound the ball, go down, score. All of a sudden, it started to click in my team's mind. Then the greatest thing happened. One of the kids actually scored a 3-pointer. He's standing clear in the back. Not my team, the other team. But you still should be cheering. Why? Because this kid's clear back behind the 3. He's wide open, never seen himself open before. He gets all excited. He throws up this prayer, and he shot like this. It banked off the top right corner and fell in for a 3-pointer. Guess who was his biggest cheerleader? Dude, you're smoking my guys! That's a heck of a shot! You need to cover that better! Oh, that kid went down and said, I'm feeling good about myself. He went down, shot all afternoon. With 2.5 minutes to go in the game, we not only made up the 14-point deficit, we're up 15. And every second the kid shoots, the only guy that can play on the team is going, no, don't Jeff! And then just walk back. At the end of the game, my kids had an epiphany. Right? We let people who can perform do whatever they want, and no matter what people think of us, no matter how stupid they think we are for not defending, we have a different mindset. You let crappy people shoot, and you cheer them when they score. Now, I appreciate Mark's would be, and didn't you feel good that you've made him feel better about himself? He's probably never scored in his whole life. And so I did it at the end of the game. We're going back. High five, nice game, nice game. And